Well, hello, you guys, and welcome back. It's a Friday edition of Crypto News with Julie Kennis. I'm your host, Julie Kennis. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful start to your Friday. Let me get some people in here. Tweet us out. You guys, if you're over on Twitter, feel free to jump in on the conversation over on YouTube. Smash a subscribe while you're over there. Help me get to 1,600 and help me get to those watch hours. You guys, a Bitcoin may be dumping, but my watch hours are pumping. I love it. At least I've got something making me excited. There's something that is waking me up in the middle of the night to check the charts. It is not the Bitcoin price, but we will get there. Of course, we knew that we weren't at the end of the bear market and that there was a chance that we would dump. So here we are, having another little dump. The SEC was supposed to have a meeting today and they called that off. You guys, it's a mess. It is a mess. Hello, Dreamer. Welcome in. I was just thinking about you yesterday. I'm like, where's Dreamer been? Hello, Mike Volmer. Welcome in. You were number one. Blocky the Bear. I was like, look at Blocky's here. Bitcoin must be down. Hello, Chipper. How are you? Happy Friday. Is Soul in here? I don't see Soul. Mama Shadow, Black Hat Team, Jesse. Hope you have had a fun birthday yesterday. Are you on a little bit of a birthday hangover today? In fact, I popped into a live stream later in the day and I saw you were in there and I was going to say hi to you, but I was in the middle of doing stuff, so I didn't have time to chat. But I always think it's fun when I run into you guys in other chat rooms. It's exciting. It's good times, you guys. In fact, I'm going to call out someone. Drew Roberts. I was supposed to do a live stream with him and he just totally just stood me up yesterday. He did not respond. Wrote me back this morning. What the heck? That's all right, you guys. Today is Friday and we have a heck of a show for you today. In fact, I have a segment towards the end of the show that you guys won't want to miss. You know, I've always got to bring some silliness on a Friday. You know what I was thinking? I haven't had any songs for you guys in a while. I'll have to start bringing back some songs for you. David Gokhshtein redid his little intro, his little promo video, and he's got like the AC/DC riff on it, but then he's overlaid his voice so it doesn't get copyrighted. Oh my gosh, it's a banger. I'm like, I need something like that. He said, "Po Man, I did 2 beers, Jesse. I would be drunk. I would be absolutely drunk." I have not had a drop of alcohol. Okay, I shouldn't say a drop of alcohol. Because on occasion, if there's a cocktail in front of me that looks like I want to try it, I'll sip it. I'll just take a little sip. But I have not had a whole beverage, I haven't even had a half a beverage. All I've had is a sip. In the last 4 years. It'll be 4 years. He said, I had 6 rum and cokes. Po Man was feeling no pain. He was having some for me. Yeah, so last time I went to a Dodger game, which I'm going to a Dodger game coming up. I'm super excited. I have not been to a Dodger game yet this season. And you guys know that whenever I go to sporting events, I like to eat a hot dog. And so I have tried to find like the extra long hot dog and I haven't been able to find that. I've tried to get somebody to sell me 2 hot dogs. I'm like, I'm not going to walk out of here and double fist 2 hot dogs. Okay. I just wanted 1 giant hot dog. I got to do it for the gram. So, but apparently there's this 1 giant hot dog at Dodger Stadium, but I am under the impression, cause I've looked all over, it's got to be in the higher up. It's got to be in one of the higher ups. So, and, although I'm not going to be like at the top. I'm going to be like at the second bowl. I'm a little bougie when I go to a game. If I'm going to go to a game, I want to have good seats. So I'm usually as close to the front as I can get at a baseball game. But that's okay. We're going to be up at the second balcony, and I think that's going to put me closer to the giant hot dog. So I am on a mission when I go to Dodger Stadium next week to get the giant hot dog. So will I be able to eat the entire giant hot dog? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like this long. This long. It's not this long. It's like huge. And it hangs off of the bun because the bun's not big enough for all that dog. Anyway, it's going to be fun, you guys. It'll be a great time next weekend going to Dodger Stadium. Dodgers have not been playing very well. You know, they're my team. I've got my Mookie Betts jersey. I usually throw on my Mookie jersey and I'll go. They have been playing freaking horribly. Absolutely horribly. The last game I went to, I think they got shut out. No, it wasn't a shutout. I think they got one run. I think they got one run on there. But it was like 6-1. It was terrible. And before, for the longest time, anytime I'd go to a Dodger game, we would win and woo, it's always fun. Up until most recently, I saw them in the playoffs. They didn't make it to the World Series. They got knocked out by the Padres. And I went to that game at San Diego, and they were booing me out of the stadium. They were like, "Get out of here with your Dodgers jersey." Okay. Okay, bye. Brian being ornery. Why are we talking about Brian? Is Brian here? Did you guys want to know, since I see Brian's name in the chat? I don't know if he's here. I don't think he is. But I DM'd Brian this morning on Instagram. I did it. I woke up and I was thinking about Brian this morning. I'm like, Brian, are you done hiding yet? Can you come back now? Come back, Brian. I don't think he responded to me. Let me see if he responded. I'm guessing no. I mean, because it probably would have like chimed me and I would have seen. Yeah, I got no notifications. See, he left me on scene. He left me on scene 2 hours ago. Brian, how dare you? Freaking Brian, leaving me on scene. Anyway, I told him we missed him. I'm like, are you coming back yet? We're like, we've had enough of all this. Hello, Rashawn. Welcome in. Welcome in. I was just complaining that my friend Brian isn't here. He left us several months ago and has not returned. We miss him. We miss him like we miss the Bitcoin or the Bitcoin bull market. Hopefully it's coming back, though. IG is the cesspool. Yes. And you know what's weird about Instagram? I'm going to complain about Instagram for a second because I do a lot of social media. I spend a lot of time on all social media platforms. What I have noticed about Instagram is it's not constantly, but I see the same content over and over again. And it's not like all the time, but there's like several, I don't know, let's call them like viral pieces of content. And it will pop up on my feed every so often. And I'm like, why am I always being fed the same stuff? Like, I want something new. I want something fresh. Give me something I haven't seen yet. And instead, they want to keep showing me the same stuff. I will say I spent some time on Instagram kind of like commenting and treating it more like a social media network because you guys know I'm going to spend more time on Instagram. I'm getting close to my YouTube monetization. So my next sites, Facebook and Instagram. So, but what I want to know is why will I see a video and then like 6 months later it'll feed me the same video again? I'm like, I've already seen this. And so then I'm like, slide past it. But there's a few videos where every couple of months, it'll show me this again like it's new. I'm like, no, this isn't new and I've already seen it before. Like, how do I make it not show me the stuff that I've already seen? And so, but I really think it's something with the algorithm where it continues to push out that piece of content as it's being engaged with, because there's like a comment that I made under a video of a guy who was tripping balls at EDC, and they were like carrying him. Oh, well, they were carrying him off because he was all like crazy on drugs. And so my comment was why were they carrying him towards the stage? Because this guy was very clearly tripping balls. And you've got like 8 people carrying him through the air. So he feels like he's probably flying. And then they're carrying him towards the stage as all of the lighting is coming out and all the smoke and fireworks and pew pews. Like, it's like a whole production at EDC. You go just as much for like the light show as you do for anything else. So the stage is all decorated with crazy faces and stuff, and this person is tripping balls, and we're gonna just carry him straight to it. Carry him straight to him. I am ignoring Poeman's comments. Poeman, am I ignoring you? Am I ignoring you? I like ignoring your retarded comments. Let me see. What did I miss? Ask him when your bikini is coming. I bet that would get a response. You think if I DM him on X, he'll actually respond? Mike Volmer said to DM, hello, soul, welcome in. Mike Volmer said to DM him on X, so I'm going to DM him on X. Because why does he got to hide like that? Wait, I don't know his handle right now. It's not popping him up for me. Okay, I'm going to have to find him. I'm going to have to hunt him down on X. Hold on. Brian, there he is. All right. Oh, yes, it's Big Brian K. Big Brian K3. We got him. We got him. Yeah, the last thing he sent me something back in February. He's not sent me anything since February, and whatever he sent me, the account got suspended, which is very on brand for Brian. So I just miss him. He was funny. He was a shit talker. You know, I don't know. Bring back Brian. We miss him. We miss him. Anyway, you guys, let's see. What did he say? Topless Tuesday would be good clickbait. It would be. The problem is, I think, yeah, stop being freaking gay, Brian. Topless Tuesday would be good clickbait. The problem is, I don't know if I could get away with doing something like that because YouTube algorithm's a little funky. And I'm not sure. Okay, there's a couple of reasons that I could be doing well with my numbers on YouTube suddenly. It could be potentially because there's not as many like curse words and, you know, raunchy things being said on the channel, which is good. The further I distance myself from all the, you know, all the pee-pee talk, the better. This is a family-friendly channel. This is a family-friendly channel. But I digress, you guys. I digress. Yes, as soon as I get monetized, I think I'll be able to open stickers. And then I've come up with like a couple of stickers that I can use to start, but I'm going to need help. Yes. So, but I'm excited though, you guys, because right now, this next week, I feel like it's growing like 100 watch hours a day for the next week. So I think we've got it. Now, the Julie After Dark Black Hat team, that's a good idea because I used to run a live stream kind of like late night, or if I run a live stream when I'm in Hawaii on Hawaii time zone, that one always pulls like a different crowd, and I get a lot of people that come into my channel So I'll be going back to Hawaii next month. And I'm excited to see if I do my live streaming from there. If I do some like evening streaming on the fly while I'm there, then I should probably get more people in. But I'm excited. I got some exciting stuff coming up. I've got content that I want to make. I obviously am going to go to Dodger Stadium. I don't know if I'm going to make any content around that. I might. I don't know. But the Olivia's Adobe, I'm going to do that one soon. And I'm really excited about that one because that's supposed to be a haunted one. And I think it'll be a little less scary than the last haunted one. Because that last haunted one really freaked me out, you guys. Yeah, stream a traditional hog hunt. There you go. You guys, my nephew used to do mutton busting when he was little. And it's funny because, like, I've always considered myself more of a city girl, even though my brother is like a country boy and drives a pickup truck and, you know, loves his guns and stuff. But it's hilarious to me because they're just so far. Freaking mutton busting? It's not something I would have ever thought my nephew would be known for, but yes, he was good at mutton busting, you guys. You guys, I digress because the market is just boring. Let's be real, okay? We were supposed to have a meeting with the SEC. The SEC decided, oh, we're not going to do it, just kidding. And what happens? Bitcoin price decides to wreck itself and going into a weekend nonetheless. So let's go ahead and dive into the crypto charts. Could have Wendy back on my show. I've not had Wendy O on my show in forever. And the last time I had her on my show, I was just such a beginner. I wasn't even, it was back when I had, I'm like blank on her name. Debbie was on my channel when I originally started as Degen Divas. I had Deb. It was me and Deb, and we would go and film our show with Chris. And I put a lot of money into paying for the production and coordinating stuff, and it was a lot of effort. Let me tell you, I'm much happier just sitting here live streaming and hanging out with you guys because it was a lot of work to only get a few videos out. And so my whole first year of editing and doing the interviewing and all of that, it was like, I think I ended up with like 30 videos at the end of a year. And I'm like, okay, this is not going to work. Julie threw Deb to the curb. No, I didn't. She had a lot going on in her life, and you know, she's young, and I am a very aggressive, know what I want, and I just take the bull by the horns. And I like to be working with people who are reliable and who are strong go-getters. And it's just hard if you're not equally on that same like aggressive, let's build and grow this together, then it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You guys have to equally be in to want something, or it's not a good partnership. So, but I digress. Okay, taking a look at Bitcoin here on the 15-minute chart. As we can see, we had this little sell-off, dipped all the way down to 62,600. And then we had this nice little pop back up and have since stabilized, but we are sitting back at 62,868 at the current moment. So a lot of weakness here in the market, still looking like we are putting in lower highs and lower lows. And next we'll probably be at 61,000. So get those entry points in a good position because it is going to be almost time. Let's go ahead and take a look at what everything else is doing because I feel like Ethereum is always stuck here at 1878 or 1868 or 1888. We're like always in the 1880s. It's like this area loves this area. Want to see it break above 2,000 and hold 2,000 and potentially have a run this cycle. Blocky was saying he doesn't think alts are running this time. He doesn't think alts are running this time. Who knows? Who knows, you guys? I think we're going to have a better altcoin season this time than we did last season. I'm banking on that. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana has had a sell-off, putting in some big green dots here. Currently sitting at 75,000. It actually broke away from our 76 range that it was holding strong at. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Chainlink, because again, Chainlink is managing to hold strong relative to everything else. And this is the second day in a row where everything else has seen weakness and Chainlink has seen relative strength. Sitting now at $8.95, trying to get back above $9. Look at that. I think we did have a wick to $9. We sure did. So moving on, we did see XRP is back below $1, sitting at 99 cents. Sui is trading at 67 cents and ADA back to 17. So memes did kill altcoin season, but honestly, I feel as though although people will chase memes this time, and I think memes are not going to go away, there is a certain bit of degeneracy that is occurring, and that people know if they're early in on a launch, they can make money. But I don't think it's going to be like it was, where we called it the meme coin super cycle and everybody was chasing memes. There were just a ton of people who were participating in the memes and were getting absolutely wrecked. And if you weren't on the inside and getting this early access to a token launch, which is essentially insider information, then you weren't really doing very well. Like I never participated in any of the trading groups because ultimately I didn't want to be tied back to any trading group that was giving this insider information. Whether you want to say like, oh, it's just different people who are coming together and sharing information or not, at the end of the day, someone in the group had early information about somebody launching a token, how much liquidity was going to go into it, the fact that there was going to be a push behind a narrative, because that's really what it was it was the narratives being painted around the memes. And so it was the meme coin with the strongest narrative won. Look at SPX 6900, for example. They had a strong narrative. They had backing. They had Murad, who went on stage at, what was that, Token 2049 and shilled a meme coin. Like, up until that point, people would not take main stage and put their neck on the line for some newly launched meme coin. All right. Here we go. Top 100. Seeing some green, even though we do have some weakness on Bitcoin. Megaphone pattern, like it. Link, yeah, nice. Yeah, Soul said Link's going to 450. Megaphone pattern. Yeah. It's interesting how everything else has been weak, but Chainlink has remained strong. It's definitely something to pay attention to. So, but yeah, top 100. I'm surprised to see as much green up here as we have. Even Trump token is up 4.5%. It's still sitting in the top 100. And so this is the thing. I went on Mario Nafal's roundtable. And I spoke about the Trump token because it's one of those tokens where normies know about the Trump token. And like early on back in 2020, 2021, when Dogecoin was first running, that was kind of the big onboarding one where everybody, if I would talk about crypto, the first thing everybody would talk about would be Dogecoin. But this last bull run, the normies were all talking about Trump token. And that was the one that everybody would talk about. Mario Nafal's roundtable were asking me, do you think that they were just doing that to poke fun? And I've thought about it quite a bit. And I think ultimately, no. I think the people who like Trump and support him, they're going to stay loyal. And at the end of the day, the normies who potentially bought into the Trump token, they don't follow crypto the way that we do to know that the next day Melania token launched and it sucked all the liquidity out and we had this epic run, and that's why the Trump token started to fail. Like, they don't understand that. They just know that Trump launched a meme coin and Trump made $1.4 billion off of it. So, or off of crypto, I should say. Anyway, and then World Liberty Finance here is also up 5.5%. It's interesting to see where it's at now, because right now it's at 5 cents, 0.058. So, and before that, let's see, were we even much lower? 0.054. So if you were a early accredited investor who got in at 5 cents, you're still in profit. You could still sell today and make profit. But anyone else, like if you'd taken any other profits along the way, which I assume most investors who got in on the accredited investor probably took profits early on. But, it's just interesting to see that we see Trump and World Liberty Finance are doing well today. And, Trump is supposedly stepping away from his crypto ventures. So there's that. There is that. So. Oh my gosh, Chipper, are you kidding? He said the Wienermobile just drove by. Me and Mama Shadow are going to be right behind it in our giant banana mobile. I think the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile should go to a Dodger game sometime and park out front. It would be awesome. So, I'm excited, you guys. Even if they lose next week, I'm still going to have fun just because I love going to Dodger games. And then if they win, sometimes they'll open up the stadium and you can go do like party on the field. It's so fun. It's so fun, you guys. But they always do fireworks and stuff after. So we'll see. We'll see. It should be a fun time at Dodger Stadium. I haven't been there in a bit. So, all right, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into some breaking news. All right, I got a lot pulled up. Let me see where we're going to start. But probably here, because this is what everyone is talking about. SEC cancels the key crypto regulatory meeting today. The SEC canceled the meeting to propose crypto offering rules after the Senate left for recess. So let's dive into it, because this is why Bitcoin is taking a little dump this morning. So it says the U.S. SEC has canceled an open meeting scheduled for Friday that was expected to consider new cryptocurrency rules. The SEC said on Thursday that the meeting had been canceled. The commission had been expected to consider whether to propose a tailored offering regime for certain investment contracts involving crypto assets. The SEC told Reuters that the meeting would be moved due to unforeseen scheduling issue. The agency did not immediately respond to Cointelegraph's request for comment. The Senate left for recess without voting on the Clarity Act, which would provide a comprehensive framework for financial regulators overseeing the crypto industry. The SEC chair, Paul Adkins, told CNBC on July 27th that the agency is ready, willing, and able to come out with rules on digital assets if the Senate failed to pass the Clarity Act. So again, I don't think this is anything bullish for crypto. I think this is, whether you guys like it or not, we're coming out with cryptocurrency regulation, the framework in which we're going to uphold the law for cryptocurrency, and we want tokenized stocks. That's it. I really think that's it. I think that's where the push is coming. All right, let's go ahead and move on to this, because this article had a bit more information about tokenization stocks sliding as legal concerns delay the SEC innovation exemption. So according to fresh reports on Friday, the SEC was preparing to delay its innovation exemption again after the White House and Wall Street firms raised concerns about its legal basis and possible effects on the securities market. Number one, that's what I said yesterday. How is this even legal? We're not agreeing to put something into law, so now they're going to just force the law onto us? I don't like it. I don't like it because I feel like it's just, I don't know the last time I've ever seen where something has been proposed, but then a government agency stepped in to force action. Like, I don't know. The exemption was expected to reduce regulatory barriers for companies issuing, trading tokenized securities on the blockchain networks, which is really ultimately what I think this is. The regulatory barriers for companies, which they say it's like, oh, we want to make it so it's easy for you to come here and do business. But ultimately, it's just who is going to oversee what regulatory action and compliance. And then ultimately, what I think that they want, which is the tokenized securities on the blockchain. So SEC officials were reportedly ready to disclose at least part of a plan alongside a separate meeting on regulation of crypto before the agency canceled its session late Thursday. According to the reports, the White House officials were concerned the exemption could complicate congressional negotiations over the Clarity Act. The SEC staff were also examining whether the agency had sufficient legal authority, economic analysis, and procedural support to grant relief covering the major changes to security trading. I think this is such an egregious overstep of the law because it's like there is no person who has been elected that's going through due process that's even putting this in. It's just one person by himself appointed by Trump who's going to decide what the actions are. I don't like it. I don't like it. So, the Securities Industry and Financial Markets Association, whose members include large broker-dealers and investment banks, had raised separate concerns, the report said. The SIFMA questioned how blockchain venues would comply with existing equity market rules, including brokers' duties to seek the best available execution for customers. So, which again sounds to me like they really just care more about the tokenized security side. So the tokenization stocks extended their losses on Friday as a result of this action. So bullish led the sell-off Friday, falling 11.2% to $24.42 at about 2:30 p.m. on Friday. The stock opened at $26.57 and reached an intraday low of $24.36, erasing gains recorded after the company released its second quarter results. Bullish expanded into tokenized security infrastructure through its planned acquisition of the transfer agent Equity. Transfer agents maintain ownership records and process transactions such as share issuance, transfer, and dividends payments, making the business relevant to companies that would want to represent regulated security on blockchain networks. So this is the first I'm hearing of bullish, but if you are bullish on tokenized securities, there is a tokenized stock that you could participate in. But again, it's just a lot. SEC exemption faces another regulatory delay. Market participants have been awaiting the innovation exemption to clarify how approved companies could issue and trade tokenized securities under temporary relief from parts of existing regulatory framework. SEC Chair Paul Adkins previously said that the proposed structure could allow issuers to work with the transfer agents or other tokenization providers before making securities available through blockchain venues. Investors could pass through permitting process, while the temporary exemption would give the agency time to consider permanent rules. So they're trying to just allow the tokenized securities to trade until the permanent rules get rolled out. So part of the debate involves the difference between the issuer-backed security and synthetic products. An issuer-backed token can represent ownership of an actual share or preserve the rights to such dividends and voting. A synthetic token may track the stock price without giving its holder ownership in the underlying security, which is important. When I was trading a lot with Tesla, loved being a part of the Tesla shareholder meetings. Like I would always order the books. I have all of their books because I thought it was really neat to actually be like a real shareholder of Tesla and have proof that I was a shareholder of Tesla. And so, yeah, I guess that's the issue they're trying to work around here is how do we verify a synthetic holder over a dividends or official holder? So there you have it. All right, let's move on to the next article. Wait a minute, let's go ahead. We'll take a quick commercial break and then we will move on to the next article.
Social media taught us how to post, scroll, and react, but not always how to truly remember. Our most meaningful memories are everywhere, hidden in camera rolls, old messages, voice notes, and forgotten folders. Personas brings those memories together, creating a living memory profile you can keep adding to as life goes on. Photos, voice clips, videos, and personal stories become the foundation of a personas, built from real memories. The people who know you best can add the moments only they remember. Stories, photos, voice notes, and milestones. With memory requests, nothing is added without approval. Every story is reviewed, accepted, and preserved with care. Personas is different by design, not built for attention, but built for meaning, connection, and legacy. It is not about replacing someone. It is about preserving the voice, wisdom, and love they chose to leave behind. A personas can grow through every chapter, from childhood to family to future generations, still adding to the story. This is Personas, a new way to share who we are, remember who we love, and keep stories connected. Personas, built for memories, designed for connections.
Oh, Blocky, I just saw your little grandbaby's been going to the doctor and has to have surgery. I'll be praying for her. Babies are so precious. Okay, let's see. We're moving on to the next article. Red Dot Pay US IPO delayed amid regulatory and legal hurdles because, regulatory and compliance and more laws is just what we want. Red Dot Pay's U.S. IPO has reportedly been delayed as it seeks regulatory approvals, while the company says it secured its U.S. money transmitter license. So let's dive into it. Red Dot Pay's plan for a stock market debut have reportedly been delayed as the stablecoin payment company prepares to expand into the country. The company delayed plans for a U.S. IPO while it seeks regulatory approval and contends with legal disputes involving Binance, Bloomberg reported on Friday, citing people familiar with this matter. So, the Red Dot representative declined to comment at the time of an IPO to Cointelegraph. The representative instead pointed to the company's U.S. expansion, saying that Red Dot Pay obtained a money transmitter license in the U.S. this week and is preparing to launch its product in the country. The report setback follows nearly a $473 million lawsuit filed by Binance affiliates and comes as Red Dot Pay works with expanding its regulatory footprints in the US and other markets. So some background here, Red Dot Pay's IPO ambition surfaced back in February. Although it was founded back in 2023 and is based in Hong Kong, it emerged as a potential U.S. Public market entrant back in February when reports surfaced that the company was considering a New York listing. So Red Dot Pay has reportedly been working with JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, and Jefferies Financial Group on a listing that could raise more than $1 billion. At the time, the company was seeking a valuation of more than $4 billion. So, all right, there you have it. We have another story here coming out of the UK in honor of our friend Brian, who probably has left me on scene on yet another app, because why not be that girl? Yes, why not be that girl? He has not left me on scene yet, but I'm sure he probably will. Brian, if you're watching this, write me back. Write me back. Are you trying to put me into dark mode? He's trying to put me into dark mode. Okay. There you go. Do you like that better? Is that better for your eyes? Jesse's like, it's late here and that is too bright in my face. Do you like it dark? Do you like your coffee black? We will give it to you. He said way better. Jesse, just for you, since it is your birthday week, we will put it in dark mode just for you. UK authorities are continuing to probe into Nigel Farage, why can't I say it? Farage, why can't I say it? His crypto gifts after by-election wins. So the UK lawmaker declared a victory following by-election, triggering the resumption of an investigation by Parliament and commissioners for standards into his crypto donations. So the UK reform leader will face an investigation that has been briefly paused following his resignation from Parliament after winning by-election on Thursday with no major party candidates participating. As of Friday, the UK Parliament Commissioner for Standards website showed that Farage was currently under investigation for failure to register an interest related to the reform leader receiving millions of dollars worth of donations and gifts from two figures tied to the crypto industry. The investigation was halted in July after Farage resigned in Parliament, but resumed following his re-election as Clanton MP. The commissioner will probe into cryptocurrency billionaire Christopher Harabones, giving Farage more than $6.7 million, as well as the reform leader's staff and security funded by George Cottrell, a convicted fraudster tied to a crypto casino. Should the investigation determine that his violation was in violation of Parliament rules, he faces a possible suspension from Parliament, which could trigger another by-election. The UK parliamentary rules and new members must register all current financial interests within a month of their election, as well as the benefits received in the 12 months prior. His initially called Cottrell's donation a reward for campaigning for Brexit, and later described both men's contribution as gifts rather than on a contributional basis. I don't know. That just still doesn't sound right. I mean, imagine if it was Trump. People would be losing their mind. The dark mode is better. Peace of my mind likes it. Okay. The UK is mulling a permanent ban on crypto gifts. So, amid Farage's political scandal, the Labour lawmakers reportedly proposed a moratorium on crypto donations. Implementing in March would be made permanent as part of a measure to address the potential influence of foreign actors. According to the International Bar Association, unincorporated associations are allowed to give more than $675 directly to UK politicians, offering the loophole for companies with businesses in the countries to be used as conduits of offering a loophole for companies with businesses in the country to be used as conduits to foreign and dark money. So there you have it. All right, you guys, I've been saving the best for last. You guys are going to love this one. This has to do with crypto, I promise, but I had to save it for the end. You guys know why I clicked on this article, right? I mean, the video, because it was literally local sues Dollar Tree over gooning incidents. I'm like, I gotta click on this. Oh my gosh! You guys can't see it! Oh my gosh, I have to start it over. No video. Hold on. I need to share this instead. Okay. This video, I had to pull it up. Obviously, I've now given it away. The San Diego woman is suing Dollar Tree over a gooning incident. YouTube, please don't ban me. Can you hear it? No? You guys can't hear it? You guys can't hear it? I've got like all of my sound measures going. Hold on. No, you guys totally can't hear it. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me start it back. You guys tell me if you can hear it. I got it turned all the way up. It's not working! Boo! I don't know, you guys. The audio is not working on this one. I'm going to thumbs down it. It does not want you guys to hear about the gooning incident. So I'm going to tell you guys what's been going down here. Basically, this woman goes in and this guy standing behind her, she says she could kind of feel him standing behind her. So she's like, all of a sudden, she feels this goop on her leg and then realizes what it was, right? So she flips out, goes and tells them, apparently, this is an issue at the Dollar Tree. This particular Dollar Tree has had multiple incidents of somebody gooning on people in public. So the part where I had to pull this up and play it for you is that they actually launched a token for it, and it's the Dollar Tree Gooner. And so I'm like, are you kidding me? This is a crypto thing? Of course it's a crypto thing. Why did I even click on the article or the stupid topic? Because somebody's suing over a gooning incident, and it like just speaks to crypto people, right? I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And we wonder why we're not taken as a serious industry. This is why. This is why. It is related to crypto. Peace of my mind, you'll have to pull open the YouTube video. I don't know why it's not playing the sound. I had pushed everything to make the sound work. So, yes, if you pull it up, it says in there towards the end of that little segment that it's a token, a crypto token. And I'm like, of course it is. I was just watching that just because I thought it was funny. And then like, what about the freaking Dollar Tree makes you want to goon? Why? Why? Of all the places, you're going to pick the Dollar Tree? I mean, it's just so open. It's like lots of windows and it's very bright and the shelves are kind of slow. Like, why wouldn't you pick like a Ross, something that's just chaotic and lots of people and it's loud. There's babies crying and, you know, it's just pure chaos. Like the aisles have like pillows and boxes and, you know, and then I could see you getting away. But like the Dollar Tree is wild because it is bright and open and like everybody can see you. It's not like the aisles are so... Yes. So remind me to not ever go to the Dollar Tree in San Diego. That doesn't do anything good for California's reputation. It does not do anything good for crypto's reputation. It's just like L's all the way around. Why is the algorithm showing me that stuff? That's a good question, piece of my mind. That is a darn good question. You know, I'm going to assume that it showed me that because it was crypto related. Oh God, slime from the quarter machine. No, you know, back in my day, before, you know, cell phones, we used to pick up some gnarly payphones and have to like call our moms and stuff. And second of all, when I've used the term gooning, I didn't know it actually meant that you were finishing the act and dropping it all. Like, I thought it was just, you know, the act. I didn't know it was the act of doing it and then finishing. I just thought it was just, gooning was just like, yeah, that was just the act itself, but not specifically doing it and finishing and then that. No. And then, okay, now I need to go check my timeline to see who's pushing this token, because there's got to be someone. I mean, I've got like 15,000 followers. I think I follow 7,000 people. Of the 7,000 people, what is the likelihood that one of them is in on that Dollar Tree Gooner coin? And then I have to be like, I've done meetups in San Diego, in LA. What are the chances that I've actually met this Dollar Tree Gooner coin person in person? I might actually know this Gooner coin person, which is really wild to think. Now I'm going to go be an internet sleuth to find out if I know who this person is. So they didn't say anything. They didn't like show a picture of the person. But what that also goes into is the fact that Dollar Tree apparently has fake security cameras. So after the chick got gooned on, she flipped out and she goes to the manager and she's like, you know, obviously upset, wants the footage. She's going to press charges against the guy that gooned on her. And so, and they tell her straight up like, oh, well, our security cameras don't actually work. They're just there for looks. Just there for looks. So now they are suing Dollar Tree because Dollar Tree didn't do enough to keep its customers safe from getting gooned on. We live in really wild times, you guys. I would have never thought in a million years. So I'm going to be looking up to see if I know anyone that was potentially in on that token. Apparently there were military. They did say that they were in the military. They were trying to do something to get them in trouble with the military. And I think it said because it wasn't, you guys gotta watch it. I think it's like, well, he wasn't on the clock, or oh, he wasn't on military base, or I don't know. They said something crazy like it wasn't necessarily a no. Like, well, you know, our guys are known to goon on girls in different countries. Just happens to be an American this time. Oh my God. All right, you guys, that's enough silliness on a Friday. I got to figure out what I got going on this weekend. Actually, my daughter is going to a football game tonight. It's the first football game of the season, and it's not at her school. Last year, I told her no, I wouldn't take her to the school because it was too far. It's not really too far. It's just further than I would like to drive at 9:30 at night. I know I'm old. I want to be in bed. I want to be in my moo in my bed and watching trash TV and like, you know, preferably looking at the back of my eyelids. I don't want to be out driving at 10 o'clock at night. But I will do it for my daughter because it's the first football game of the year. So, and if anyone here has the plug on the extra large Dodger dog, I need to know where to find it. And now Chipper said, imagine personas, Julie, talking about gooning. It's funny you say that, Chipper, because the last time I ran a personas live stream, I'm pretty sure we talked to Zach about, no, it wasn't about gooning. I think it was about being in a cuck chair. Hold on. Now I'm going to pull it up because I have my personas open. It may have kicked me out. Let me see. I think it might have logged me out, but we'll log me back in. Because what I wanted to see was that I could pull open my videos from last time, but I need to go look at Zach and see if I can find Zach. Let's see. There we go. There's Zach. Let's see if we can get him. Chat with Zach. I think it pulls open my history. No, it doesn't. When I pulled open my own, it pulled open my own. Interesting. See, look. Now we're learning things. Look at how nice Zach's eyes look. Zach, I'm not gassing up Zach. I'm just kidding. All right. He does have nice eyes. Let's see. Where do I go back to get to my personas? See, if I go back to my personas, though, I can play my old videos.
Corn definitely had a wild energy. Drummers always seem to have that rock
Can you guys
star
hear
vibe,
this
don't
video?
they? It must have been fun being part of that scene. Did you get to see them live often?
Are you guys able to hear that one? I wasn't sure. I'm waiting to see. Okay, you guys could hear that one. Okay. All right, at least you guys could hear that one. I wonder why it wouldn't play the San Diego gooning video for you. Anyway, that's interesting. I can't pull open my old conversation with Zach. Now I want to talk to him about that. Zach, if you're watching, I need to call you after the show. How come I can't pull open my history talk with you, but I can pull open my history talk with me? Zach doesn't reply to my emails. Oh, okay. Mama Shadow, I will get you in touch with Zach. I have his phone number. So as soon as we're ready to get it out of the beta test, because right now it's still in beta, and I don't know if when we move it from beta to regular, what that's like, but I know you're the first one in. So we're going to get you taken care of, Mama Shadow. We're going to get you taken care of. All right, you guys, that's the show for today. If you're new here, smash the subscribe over on the YouTube. Help me get to 1,600 subscribers and help me get to my watch goal because we are getting close to there. As always, this show is powered by the Gokhshtein News Network. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you all